Anyways, now that was his kind of overall view on it, and just a quick little summary of a lot of what he wrote is about. Talk about my taking from it and what I've learned on my own life and how I view it. Very, very, very similar to what he stated in all his readings. Um, I'm a big fan of what his thoughts are in terms of we may be in charge of a lot of things, but not to use that for bad to or use it to do whatever we want, but more so to give back to what we've been gifted and give back to nature. Use what we can using our brains to do things like, you know, be careful with our resources to recycle. It's just to do your part in helping maintain all of our resources that nature's given us. But my personal views and why I think that have been shaped by my family and growing up on a ranch and farm. And yeah, I did a countless chores and managed and kept up and cleaned and all sorts of stuff to the land. And now that I'm older, I kind of can get an understanding of to why we do it. And we don't do it because it's our land. Land is going to be there no matter what we do. We do it because the land gives to us, and it gives to us what we give to it. And that has kind of been maybe not 100% um, literal. It's kind of metaphorical too. But if you just look at everything as a whole, it's going to give us what we give it. If humans for the next 100 years just continue to, and maybe even get worse, just on what we do and how we treat the earth with pollution, trash, greenhouse gases, burning through all the non-renewable resources that we have. If we just continue this path or get any worse at all, we're gonna end up killing nature, and that's gonna end up killing ourselves. And there's just no point to it because nature's always gonna live. It's gonna be here long before we were, and I mean, it's gonna be long after we're gone. So, he, my view is just not to be dumb and do dumb things. It's a generational thing to take care of. It's not you take care of it sometimes and you don't sometimes. It phases. It's to be taken care of. It's for your kids. It's for your kids' kids. It's for the entire future of your family. It's for the entire future of every human. I mean, one day you're gonna die, and when you're in your final days, are you gonna look back and think that, man, like I did a good job at helping maintain the earth for my children, or I didn't? And that's something to think about. And I learned that long before I read this book, but I'm certainly glad that I did read everything that Leopold has wrote. Not every last word, but I've read and did a lot of research, and I'm glad that I did because it cleared up a lot of things for me and kind of confirmed a lot of things for me and kind of brought it refreshed in my brain. And now I'm gonna be thinking about it. I'm glad that I read it and I truly recommend it. But um, in summary, humans are gifted countless, countless by nature, and it is the least that we can do after everything bad that we've done to the earth. The least that we can do is to, for a brief time in the big picture, you live to be 70 years old. 70 out of trillions of years that the earth has been around, 70 out of trillions. Just to have a little bit of respect and to not view yourself as conqueror of nature, but to try and have a healthy relationship between nature and all the living and non-living parts of it, just to try to be respectful, because it may not be a living thing. Mother Nature may be a made up quote for just all of the ecosystems around the world, but it's still the only reason why we're here, and we deserve and it nature deserves our respect and our help to use our gift for good and to help maintain that earth for our kids and to make humanity last for as long as it can. Just as every animal ever, all their instincts is what they. That's what we're supposed to do is make ourselves last, preserve. And right now, we're at a pretty strong decline, and we're not doing great preserving. We need to do good, and we need to preserve for our kids. At this rate, I don't know how long it's going to be before we make things so bad that our humans are going to get the biggest consequences from it. So, Leopold highlights that, and it is good to read. It's good to get a summary of and spread the word. And I'm glad I learned it. And that's it. Thank you for listening.